What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sinister-Cast, a podcast where I talk about music, my channel, and things going on in my life. So if you're new, consider subscribing. Now, today's topic is going to be probably somewhat shorter because it's just the basis of the topic. So recently I was just looking over my channel and the social media stuff, like the Facebook for the channel and Twitter and Instagram and all that. And I was like, I've changed all of the looks for all of those a couple times, but I really wanted to get something solid. I kind of hodgepodged some stuff together with some weird editing stuff and these weird YouTube banner creators like online and stuff, and I wanted something a little more thematic. Like, my stuff was cool in just a general sense of graphic design, but it was a lot of words, and I think it was kind of off-putting for what the theme of the channel is. So I've been wanting to come up with a logo, like a mascot type of thing for Sinister Bunny, that part of the name, because I've never really had a set character or anything for the channel, like a mascot character type of thing, and that's kind of what I wanted from the beginning. Now, I had some weird art stuff before, but it was never based on a character. It was just, I had crossing guitars at one point, and then I had the stuff that I had more recently with the words and Sinister Bunny Studios and all that, and that was fine for the time, but it was time for a change. And so, here, let me hold on, I gotta change this real quick. Okay, and so basically, I was coming up with ideas for things, and I talked about this notebook in the last Sinister-Cast. It's my thing that I carry around with me every day now, and I've just about filled it up with stuff, but it's a field notes notebook, and I've got notes and ideas and stuff down on it, and I take it with me everywhere. This one's like a graph paper, if you can tell. I've got two other ones. Sorry, I don't have a pop filter on right now, so I'm trying not to be too plosive directly into the mic. And I've got two other ones. The second one that I've got is just like regular line paper, if you can see, regular line paper. And the third one is literally just blank paper, which that's my probably second favorite. The lined one is going to be my least favorite. I'll have to find something for that, but I like this one because it's graph paper basically, and I can organize my thoughts and get things nice and neat and organized and stuff. And then for the blank one, I like that because that'll be more free form. I'm not tied to, well, I want to be free with no lines, or I want to have all the lines to be super organized. I like both worlds, and this will be more for sketches and stuff and for more freeform stuff. So I just really despise the lined stuff. But anyway, that's completely off topic. But I was doodling ideas and stuff in this field notes book. And you can see I put book number 1 on it. Another thing, man, I don't have a light over there, but it says book number 1 on it with some tape. The binding on the back started to rip a bit from me using it so much, which is fine. It's just like craft paper, but that's fine. I could just throw some tape on it, and it's perfectly good. But I was doodling some ideas in it, and that's where I want to hide some stuff, because I got some ideas for things that I don't want you guys to exactly see just yet. But like for the character, I had a couple drawings for the character and stuff in there, and if you look on my channel right now, you'll see if you look on my channel right now, you'll see the character as the logo for the channel now. And at first I wasn't so sure about it, but I tried to come up with different ideas, but I think it came out the way I wanted it to, and it's kind of like a rough, sketchy looking thing, and it's got a character, and I can obviously change and build on it later on, but I think to finally establish some kind of theme for the channel with a character, I think it does the job just well enough. And on top of that, I came up with some my own kind of font. I was doodling ideas and stuff in the same book, and coming up with font ideas, and all that, and you can see some of the font and stuff right there. Just this really kind of primitive looking, scratchy type of font, and I guess I came up with my own font. I'm sure there's some that already look like it, but I liked that idea, and I came up with something cool for the character, and then what I wanted the font to be for like the banner and stuff on my channel. So if you look on my channel or on my Facebook or Twitter or whatever, the icon for the profile picture, the logo, is the Sinister Bunny logo, and then the banner and stuff is the scratchy font that I came up with that says Sinister Bunny Studios on it. So here's the question that some of you might be thinking. Well, if I came up with it and drew stuff in the book, how did I transfer that to digital and make it like that? Because if you look, it's very contrasted. Okay, the bunny is all white; it looks almost chalky, and so is the writing on a very black background. And what you see for that art is literally straight from this book. The characters straight out of this, the image that I showed you, and the Sinister Bunny Studios thing is straight from this book as well. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the process with that because it was kind of cool. So I don't have any crazy like illustration software or like one of those drawing tablet things that like graphic artists use to draw on their computer and stuff like that. I have a mouse and a keyboard, and I tried to do something with it, but it didn't have the same effect. I didn't have the same control. It didn't have the same look. So I got experimental. And what I did was I took pictures of the stuff that I wrote in the book and drew in the book. I took pictures of those, even lit, straight pictures, and put them on my computer. I took them into my editing software and started to experiment. And I found a chain of editing effects that I applied and changed around that gave me the results that you see. So I didn't just come up with the logo on a black background. What I came up with is literally just the ink on its own. Just the ink with a transparent background. So just the ink that I drew in this for the words Sinister Bunny Studios and the character icon. So that's all that and I didn't want to go in the sense of, for those of you that understand video editing, I didn't want to go into the picture and mask out everything just because it's such scratchy and it's just really, that would look terrible. Like masking would be the same thing as if I ripped out the pieces of paper in this that had the stuff on it and tried to cut the letters out in the character as accurately as possible. That'd be the same thing, just doing it digitally. And I didn't want to do that because that would kind of look shabby and crappy and unprofessional and stupid. So I wanted to be able to chroma key, which is what you would use if you use a green screen. It's what you use to take out the green behind you. That's why green screens and blue screens are the way they are, because you have a software that goes, okay, there's that green color, we need to completely take that out and make it transparent. And that's the similar kind of approach I took to this whole thing. And I made a preset in my editing software called Ink to Chalk, so that whenever I come up with any kind of drawing thing, I can take a picture of it, put it in my editing software, throw my preset on there, and boom, it'll automatically do everything that I did the first time through. It'll separate just the ink out from the paper, and it'll make everything else transparent. So I have a transparent image of the logo and a transparent image of the words. So I can take those words and put it on any image, on anything that I want. So I didn't get stuck with just like a picture with Sinister Bunny Studios and the logo thing, and that's it. And I can only use that one block image. I can change the size of them and manipulate the words. And that's what I did. I actually moved the words around for Sinister Bunny Studios with some masking. Funny enough. So when I did that, when I did the Sinister Bunny Studios stuff, you can see that. Let me see, how can I cover this up here? You can see that Sinister Bunny Studios is kind of more vertical. Well, I had to mask around the words separately and put them side to side to read straight across Sinister Bunny Studios. Because that right there, what I just showed you, is literally the ink, the image that you see. But yeah, so I can put that on anything that I want. I could like overlay it right here and say Sinister Bunny Studios with the logo and all that fun stuff. I can put it on anything I want. And I think I'm going to make that kind of a thematic thing, especially if you guys like it. So I can start changing all my stuff to that kind of theme, that chalky ink looking, scraggly, primitive looking font. That can be kind of the theme for the channel and stuff. So like all my other series and stuff like that, for any kind of art with them, it can have that same kind of idea, which is just a thought. But mainly I wanted to update the art and the channel art and get something really more thematic going on, because I think, like I said, I think the art that I had before was cool enough. But I think now when people come over to the channel, like if they're new and they don't know who I am yet and they see the art, I think it's a lot more appealing and it's a lot more attractive and it fits with the channel a lot more than the other stuff. Because the other stuff, like I said, was just kind of a general graphic art type of thing. But now it's like something that I made. It's more custom. It's like something that I, came up with on my own. I was able to experiment with it and put it out there and, make it a real thing. I brought it to life. So I think it's more thematic, it's more customized, it's more central to the channel, which I like a lot. I really like a lot. So that was fun. Mainly what I want you guys to do is let me know if you like the new art. I like the font, like the Sinister Bunny Studios thing, the banner stuff. I like that. I think that's set. I might add some other stuff to it so it's not so blank around it. But as it sits now, I like it. I also like the character logo. I may try to change it a bit. I like the way it is, but I would like to add some things to it, make it more, I don't know. I might just change it because it just, what you see was just a sketch thing. I was just kind of doodling, and I've always tried to come up with character ideas in the past. I've just never implemented them. But like I said, this was just kind of a sketch, and I just kind of turned it into something because it kind of fits in with that scratchy, primitive looking thing. That sketchy looking doodle kind of fits. But like I said, I may change it. It may get updated. I'm not sure when. I'll probably be working on some doodles and stuff in my book in the next handful of days, probably a couple weeks, and see if I can come up with anything different, anything better. Because I very well could come up with something else, put it up there, and you guys could hate it, and then I go back to the one that's up there now. It just kind of all depends. But let me know what you guys think of the new art and everything. Like, do you like it? I know some of you have liked when I updated on Facebook and stuff like that. Some of you saw it and liked it, and that let me know a little bit. But for everybody else, definitely let me know if you like it or not, because I like it a lot. I think it's a lot better than the stuff I had before. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look on my channel, look at the art, go to the Sinister Bunny Studios Facebook, the Sinister Bunny Studios Instagram, or the Sinister Bunny Studios Twitter, and you'll see the new art. And just kind of let me know what you think about it. And I think that's pretty much it for this Sinister-Cast. That's mainly my main point. I kind of went off on a rant on how I made it and everything, but yeah, my main thing here was just to see what you guys thought about it, and if you had noticed that it even changed. But yeah, so look at the new art. Tell me what you think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What should I add to it? That kind of stuff. And yeah, some of it may be changing within the next couple of days, next couple of weeks. I don't know. I'm not sure until I come up with something better.
Am I good?
No. But like I said, you guys will just have to let me know, and I'll kind of go from there. I'll be thinking of stuff constantly anyway, but I'll just have to see where it lies once you guys let me know. I'm ranting and rambling at this point, So I'm going to end it here. And, yeah, sorry, my mind's kind of fried. I'm getting a headache. Even more reason to end it. So, like I always say, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay metal, my friends.